at 29% basically of the contracts or of the homes on the market are selling. That's one of the lowest contract ratios we've had going back over 15 years. Hi, it's Mike. Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we're going to talk about the year end in the greater Phoenix area and what's happening with the market. Over the last week or two, I didn't record a video because I've had two surgeries in the last 30 days and actually three surgeries in the last couple months. I knew this time of year we were slowing down, so I had opportunity to rest over the holiday season. And then, of course, I caught a cold. Anyway, I wanted to give you guys an update on the year end and where we're at right now. One of the biggest things that we're continuing to see is the effect of mortgage rates on the real estate market. We still have sellers that are coming into the market as the inventory is way up. They're overpricing their homes. They're not realistic with what's happening in the market. If we go on a listing appointment and we tell them the home is worth 500,000, they all seem to want to start out around 600,000. There's a lot of agents that'll take listings like that. We had the opportunity for a $5 million listing and we turned it down. And the reason I turned it down was the fact that in that particular neighborhood, things are moving pretty quickly, but no other homes had sold for over 2.6 million. And even though this home was much larger, the quality of the construction and the neighborhood didn't justify it. So do I go out and list a home for maybe $1 million over what it's worth, spend over $10,000 in the first couple months marketing the property, doing open houses and other things, only to get a canceled listing 6 months down the road and now I'm out $15,000 or $20,000. So right now we're seeing a lot of inventory come on the market. Every neighborhood is different. Of course, there's neighborhoods like McCormick Ranch and Scottsdale where we're not seeing that as much because of the lack of inventory. But our market is a little bit different than some of the Midwest states throughout the country. A lot of areas are busier in the summer, June, July, into August, where our busiest time of year in Scottsdale and the greater Phoenix area is normally January, February, March, April when we have the cooler weather. So let's take a look at the data and see where we are over the past year. And please hit the like button if you like the information we're providing. We're trying to do our best and put a lot of time and effort into gathering data and doing these videos. If you like the channel, subscribe to the channel so you get notified every time we put out a new video. Our goal is to put out at least one video per week. And if you need any help with your real estate needs in the greater Phoenix area, I'm here to help. Let's get into the information. So the first thing I heard on CNBC the other day was Lennar Homes. Lennar Homes is talking about their estimates for next year. They were estimating that their first quarter of 2025 was going to be down. You can see it on this chart right here. Their earnings per share were going to be down. Now, I don't know why that is, but Lennar is a big national builder, and of course, they're very big in Arizona. And that goes to tell us that they have some inventory issues and some homes that they're trying to move. And right now, they're offering incentives on some of these new homes, $20,000 for backyard landscaping, mortgage buy downs where they're buying the rates down, say, to 5%, upgrade packages. But a lot of the builders have changed a little bit in the way they're doing it on the less expensive homes, the non-custom homes. They're building them out with standard packages, and a lot of these homes, they're not going to allow you to make changes on. So a lot of the homes that they're selling are going to be ready homes that are on the market or just coming to market that are ready to go, and you're not going to get the incentives if you don't close on that home within the next 60 to 90 days. So right here in the blue, you can see the 30-year fixed mortgage, and this is one of the biggest things affecting the market right now. Back in September, we dropped down around a little bit over 6%. We shot back up to 7, and recently the Treasury dropped their Fed funds rate, but Wall Street was expecting them to drop it 4 times next year. He dropped it 1 time and said maybe we'll consider one more drop, but if unemployment stays low, they're not going to keep dropping the rates. And then the bond market said, well, we're not buying mortgage-backed securities basically, and therefore rates popped back up. So it did just the opposite of what everybody was expecting by year end. The big thing in the market from the inventory side is we currently have 21,101 homes on our MLS right now. We started out the year around 10,500. So inventory is up substantially. Now it's not the same everywhere in the greater Phoenix area. There's certain markets that are stronger than others where they don't have the inventory. A lot of people are hoping more homes come on the market. But the fact that the market is coming down and it's there, I would say on average, in some neighborhoods, I'm seeing price cuts of around 10 to 15% from the peak in 2022. But does that get buyers off the shelf and say, okay, it's time to buy? A lot of people are still out there talking about a crash. And at this point, we're just not seeing it. So when we go into the Redfin data, we can see the Phoenix housing market is somewhat competitive. Homes are receiving two offers on average and selling in around 56 days. The median sales price in Phoenix was 450K last month, up 2.3% from last year. Median sales price per square foot in Phoenix is 283, up 2.5% from last year. When you go into this chart over the 1 year right here, you can see it's just pretty much gone sideways. Now, if we go back in a few more years later, you can see in 2020 how the market has gone up, and in 2022 is really where the market took off. According to the Cromford report right now, what we're seeing is more canceled listings. There are people out there that are putting their homes on the market that don't need to sell. They're testing the market to see if they can get a maximum price. If they can't get the price, they're going to cancel the listings. Now, this is something that we're really watching, and this is really important. Contract ratios on the number of homes that are on the market available for sale to how many homes are actually selling, the ratio of those sales. And right now, we're at one of the lowest ratios at 29% basically of the contracts or of the homes on the market are selling. That's one of the lowest contract ratios we've had going back over 15 years. So that's something that we're keeping an eye on right now. So if you're going to put your home on the market right now, what that means is it's more important than ever to price your home within the market range of what it's really worth, compared to your neighbors and compared to what's out there that people are looking at. And remember, you're going to have less buyers right now to look at those homes because of interest rates and the price ranges. So this is kind of a heat map of the contract ratios. And I know these colors are hard to see, but if you look at the yellow right here, these are where the hotter part of our markets are right now, and there's only three of them right now. If you look at like this lighter greenish gray, 10 to 20 is a colder market. The darker is a coldest. And then you get into a hot market right now here with the more yellow looking color. And that's only in three parts of our market right now. And that's where the contract ratios are the highest. So there's a spot in Glendale, zip code 85303, where 61% contract ratio. So 60% of the homes that are coming up for sale in that market are selling. So here is another zip code that's hot around Gilbert, 85283. You got 65 active listings and 45 are under contract. Down here, Chandler, South Chandler, actually another hot market, 66 active, 42 under contract. You know, we can come up here in Phoenix. It's saying it's balanced, it's warm, so we're kind of in a balanced market in Phoenix. There's 86 active, 30 under contract. But again, going back to 2022, that contract ratio was very high. So overall, we're looking into 2025. We don't have all the data yet for the end of 2024, but what we're looking at right now is a slow market. We'll see if we pick up in January when we normally start to pick up. There are definitely less buyers in the market that are willing to pay 7+% interest. And a lot of people that are making the move right now have to make a move for job reasons and other things. The other thing that's really affected the market is our migration pattern. We don't have as many people moving to Phoenix as we did, and we're actually having people move back out. A lot of the California people that moved into Austin, Texas, Florida, some of these other states are migrating back to California. So we'll see what happens in 2025 in the beginning of the year. We'll watch the market, see if the contract ratio changes, and we'll watch all the other data. Thanks for watching. Take a look at our other videos posted here.